Heaven and hell cannot keep these two apart. Literally. Hey guys, it's Phoebe with MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Dean and Castiel were BFF goals.
I'm not, Hamler, as you say. I have questions. I have doubts.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. We're taking a look at the supernatural moments that define Dean and Cas's complicated but endearing friendship. Let's get to the list.
I was laying low halfway across the world when Emo Boy pops up out of nowhere and zaps me right back here.
Why?
Go ask him. He was your boyfriend first.
Number 10. Dean's mind-altering sorrow over losing Castiel. Season 7 ends with Dean and Cas taking a one-way trip to Purgatory.
How do we get out?
I'm afraid we're much more likely to be ripped to shreds.
Long story short, Dean escapes, but the lovable angel fails to make the cut. Hit with a nasty case of survivor's guilt, Dean convinces himself that he bears the full responsibility for Cas's prolonged confinement. In reality, Castiel decided to stay in Purgatory as a self-imposed punishment for playing a part in freeing the Leviathans during Season 7.
You can't save everyone, my friend. But you try.
Dean cannot help but want to protect Castiel, while the angel just wishes to not be a burden on the Winchesters. Number 9. Castiel's trench coat. Overall, Season 7 was not a great year for Castiel. After gaining a substantial power boost by absorbing all of the souls in Purgatory, a compromised Cas elects himself as the world's new god, before being unceremoniously killed off by the Leviathans, who had been influencing him.
Cas, you child. Why didn't you listen to me?
Even though the angel didn't exactly go out on a high note, Dean still reacts to the news like any best friend would, with complete and utter devastation. With the world constantly needing saving, Dean rarely has time for any touchy-feely crap, but even the most battle-worn hunters need a moment to mourn when someone dear to them passes away.
So he's gone.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Isn't it funny how objects like a trench coat can take on such strong symbolism? Number 8. Castiel turns against heaven. Even though an undying love for the Winchesters is not the only motivator behind the angel's decision to rebel against heaven, Cas still risks everything by siding with the hunters over the likes of Zachariah. Throughout Season 4, Cas gradually becomes disenchanted with heaven, all while growing closer to the Winchesters, especially Dean. His character evolution culminates in this badass moment of self-sacrifice and defiance.
Destiel, would you mind explaining just what the hell you're doing?
Dean's support and influence help Castiel find the courage to go against millions of years of indoctrination. Cas and Dean make each other better people, or angels. Number 7. You Still Got Us. Cas and Dean may be nearly inseparable, but that does not mean that the pair always see eye to eye, especially when it comes to matters concerning heaven.
I rebelled for this! So that you could surrender to them.
Dean and Castiel have not always agreed with each other's actions either. However, when one of them stumbles, the other is always there to provide a helping hand.
How long you got?
Long enough to destroy Metatron, I hope. But without an army.
Well, hey, you still got us.
Dean even says as much in Season 9. Castiel's own army may have ousted the angel from heaven, but when the need arises, Cas can still rely on Dean for support. And the same holds true in reverse.
You really believe we three will be enough?
We always have been.
Number 6. Don't Ever Change. In the Season 5 episode The End, Dean is sent to a future where Lucifer won, and Castiel discovered drugs. After his little trip to a ravaged post-apocalyptic world, Dean discovers a new appreciation for the old Cas, the one who's willing to wait 4 hours by the roadside so his friend can get a few hours of sleep.
Don't ever change.
And so he asks him to never change. Many demons, gods, and bobbies have come and gone. Through it all, the only thing the Winchesters know for certain is that there will always be another crisis. In such times of turmoil, the perpetually straight-laced and honest Cas persists as a reliable source of comfort for Dean. Number 5. Castiel's choice words for Michael. Considering the eons Castiel spent in heaven, the angel grows an astonishing amount in a relatively short time after meeting the Winchesters. Dean in particular, has a tremendous impact on the renegade angel, with Castiel often coming across as a pupil as often as he does teacher. And what better way to honor Dean than to sprout a badass insult at an annoyed Michael?
You are no longer a part of this story. Hey, ass butt.
Of course, Castiel doesn't seem quite so well versed in foul language, and it hilariously shows. Along with providing a bit of respite in Season 5's otherwise heavy and depressing finale, Assbutt reaffirms that Castiel has truly joined Dean in the Hunter ranks.
Ass butt?
Number 4. Castiel's debut. Like so many friends, Castiel and Dean's relationship started when one shot and stabbed the other.
Who are you?
I'm the one who gripped you tight and raised you from perdition.
Thankfully, Cas did not take Dean's actions personally. Due to Castiel's indoctrination and Dean's unwillingness to open up to anyone, this friendship was a work in progress rather than an instant attraction. Along with pulling Dean out of hell, Cas instantly alters the Winchesters' entire worldview by establishing the existence of angels, heaven, and God.
This is your problem, Dean. You have no faith.
The same holds true in reverse, as Dean challenges everything Cas has ever believed. This moment changes the destinies of both forever.
You mean the gas station and the motel? That was you talking? Buddy, next time, lower the volume.
That was my mistake.
Number 3. Dean brings Castiel back to his senses. The life of a hunter is filled with death, sorrow, and distrust, so someone has to be truly special for Dean to welcome them into his inner circle. Thankfully, Castiel is that kind of special.
You don't have to do this.
Under the control of Naomi, Cas is ordered to kill the older Winchester brother, and the angel comes very close to doing just that before Dean manages to break through the mind control.
My family. I need you. I need you.
Family is sacred to Dean, so this speech was not just a last-ditch effort to revert Cas back to form. He meant every single word. A testament to the power of friendship, Castiel heard Dean's voice, even through the darkness caused by Naomi's mind control. Number 2. Dean's refusal to leave Castiel in Purgatory. Castiel spends most of Season 7 trying to get back into Dean's good graces, and it ends with Supernatural's odd couple stuck in Purgatory. After being temporarily separated, the two finally reunite in a moment that is heartwarming, sweet, and also powerful.
Damn, it's good to see you.
Being chased by the Leviathans, Castiel begs Dean to go away, so the hunter will not be targeted. However, Dean is having absolutely none of it.
Cass, we're getting out of here. We're going home.
In their own ways, both guys are more concerned with protecting each other than themselves. No matter the situation, threat, or personal risk, Dean and Cas are in it for the whole ride.
I'm not leaving here without you. Understand?
I understand.
Now, that's a bromance if I've ever seen one. Before we get to our heartwarming number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Cass? Hey. Take it easy, all right?
Fine. Much better than I expected.
Cass. He's breathing. Sort of.
I'll speak slower, and you will tell me everything you know, or I will burn you to ash right here and right now. Dean.
Yes. Okay. All right. Damn, it's good to see you. Nice peach fuzz.
Thank you. And where's the pie?
Think we're out.
You don't understand. I need pie.
Number 1. Castiel proves his loyalty. Trust goes both ways, but when lives are on the line, loyalties tend to be tested.
Next to Sam, you and Bobby are the closest things I have to family. That you are like a brother to me.
As this is supernatural and the potential body count is often in the billions, Dean cannot take any chances letting someone else, not even Castiel, take the driving seat.
I do everything that you ask. I always come when you call, and I am your friend.
While both guys are striving to achieve the same goal, Dean simply cannot accept Cas's plan, even after the angel bears his soul to the hunter. As a fan, this season 6 scene is absolutely devastating. However, no other moment reflects this friendship's true complexity quite as perfectly.
Stand behind me. The one time I ask.
You asking me to stand down?
Cas and Dean are closer than friends. They're family, and sometimes, no matter how much it hurts, brothers fight. I'm not crying, you're crying. What'd you guys think of our list? Let us know in the comments below, and check out this video.